All right, hello ladies and gentlemen, we're back for another episode of Cooking with Fran and Andrew or Brad or whoever is the monster of the week. This week, I want to share a really simple recipe with you that I really enjoy. It's kind of my own take on spaghetti and meat sauce. Now, the one thing that I find really frustrating with a lot of spaghetti and meat sauce, there's a lot of spaghetti and meatballs, is people who fucking love marinara so much that they douse the whole thing in marinara and you can't taste anything but tomatoes. I am not a huge fan of tomatoes baseline, so for all those people who feel like there's too many tomatoes and people are putting too many tomatoey products in the spaghetti, this will be perfect for you. I also love zucchini, so that's a staple of my own little dish here. And yeah, so we'll start by pouring some water in our pot over here and getting it salted up. We'll just put that on high heat until it boils. All right, so next, most important thing, get our veggies all cut up and diced and ready to go. I like to use a separate cutting board for my garlic and my onions and everything else because garlic gets really sticky and you can just make kind of a mess on your main cutting board. So I will start with my onion here. This is a big fucking onion, so I think I'm just gonna use half of it maybe, or maybe even just like a third, because this is a lot. It's a big onion. I think it's a Texas sweet onion. It's the fucking only one I can find at Sobeys, so that's fine. Alrighty. Come on there, little girl. Yeah, that's gonna be lots of onions. Luckily, I like onions in almost every shape, form. In fact, actually every. I don't think I've ever had an onion that I didn't like. I fucking love onions. Now, I am by no means a professional chef. So if you see anything that you say, oh my goodness, you're not doing that right, you should, there's a better way to do that, keep it to your fucking self, because I don't give a fuck what you think about my cooking, or anyone else's cooking for that matter. Who are you, Gordon Ramsay? Fucking go fuck yourself. All right, onion should be good enough like that. Okay, let's move on to our pepper. Alrighty, is my pepper? Yeah, my pepper's good. I'm actually kind of worried. Peppers are weird because they'll mold from the inside. So like sometimes you'll forget how long you've had your pepper for, and then it's like you'll open it up and you'll be like, it's been too long. It's been far too long. So Amy's birthday is, my girlfriend's birthday is coming up.
Mine too.
And Andrew's and his sons and Katie's. There's everybody's birthdays in this fucking month. But the story, their birthdays are not relevant to the story. So yes, Amy's birthday is coming up on the 27th. That's in 3 days. And her parents messaged me today and they're like, hey, we want to get Amy a lens for a camera. Last year for her birthday, I got Amy a Canon Rebel T5i, I think it was. Anyways, so they're like, we want to get her a lens for her camera because we want her to be able to take more telephoto shots of wildlife and shit like that. And it's really hard to explain to people why lenses get so expensive when they're like, when you start hitting that like 400 millimeter range and like all of a sudden the price starts to skyrocket. I mean, you'd probably even find some decent 400 mil lenses, but I mean, like when you get higher than that, the price just starts to inflate like crazy. So it's like, they keep asking questions like, well, how many yards can that thing see? And it's like, you don't really explain it in terms of like how many yards something can see. It's I don't know, it is really difficult to tell somebody who doesn't know anything about lenses like what a 300 millimeter looks like versus a 400 millimeter versus a 50 millimeter. It's just kind of like something you gotta have in your head. But I thought it would be better to maybe keep the price a little bit down so that they don't buy some really expensive lens that maybe they're not happy with. So this way, at least if they're not like the most happy with the focal range of the lens, it was cheaper, so it's like nobody's really out a bunch of money. But it was very stressful today because it's like I had to do a lot of middleman work. Okay, onto the zucchini. Hands down the most important part of this whole thing. I fucking love zucchinis. Alrighty, and we will cut it lengthwise first. Boom, baby. And then we will cut little, like quarter inch sections maybe.
Francois more of a prison chef.
Yeah, it's big time.
More of a bad boy cooking.
You ever seen Paddington 2?
Duh.
Did you see Paddington 2?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so there's a...
I have a 4-year-old. You name a kid's movie, I've probably seen it more than once.
I actually quite enjoyed Paddington 2. I was very surprised at how...
It wasn't terrible. It actually wasn't bad.
But in Paddington 2, what the fuck's that actor's name? Domhnall Gleeson, maybe?
Yeah,
I think that's him. Anyways, there's this fantastic actor. He's Mad Eye Moody in Harry Potter. That might be how you know him.
Yeah.
And he plays a chef in that movie, and he's fucking hilarious.
Nobody criticizes my food.
Right.
Nobody squirts condiments on my apron.
Got it.
And nobody bonks me on the head with a baguette.
No bonking.
I was very impressed. That guy, there are some underrated actors in this world, and he's one of them. Okay, so that's chopped. These are chopped. Let's put these to the side now. Bring our garlic up. So, just today, actually, I was on Facebook, and I saw this video of somebody like taking garlic out of the skins in this unique way. I want to see if it works, and if it doesn't, that's Facebook for you. So basically, the strategy is to take like a smaller knife, poke it into the garlic, and then just kind of like wrestle it out of there. So let's see what we can do here. Come on, old girl. Oh, that is kind of working. Maybe if I took the initial layer off, that would help. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Let's try this one. Come on, work for me, baby. No, that was stupid. Never listen to Facebook ever. It's wrong every single time, 100% of the time. Russian bots and hackers and trolls.
They were probably trying to piss people off to start World War III by teaching them
Shitty, weird garlic thing. Fucking stupid. So whatever, we'll use the tried and true smash method.
Let me smash, please.
I'm pretty sure Gordon Ramsay does the smash method, so it's not that bad.
Pretty sure like every chef ever.
Every chef ever. Okay, I like garlic a lot, so I'm gonna do a couple cloves here.
I like garlic a lot, so I'm gonna put 2 whole cloves in.
This is 4, sir.
No, I'm just saying, like, to some people, a lot of garlic is like...
Well, it's like, what did I see? I can't remember if I was watching a recipe or a movie the other day, but anyways, like, it's basically, the rule is every recipe that has garlic, double the amount of garlic.
Yeah. I do at least double myself.
Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Cutting the lens off. Took the bus to Chinatown.
Hey!
Why am I in Chinatown?
Hey!
There ain't nothing in Chinatown
Hey!
except for China stuff.
Hey.
But I can ride a bus. Okay, our garlic should be pretty good like that. Alrighty, so we got about 10, the pasta's gotta cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. So should I actually put the heat up? So, I'm a big fan of cooking at lower to like medium heats because cooking at high heat stresses me out. So I'm gonna put this, our burner goes to a 5, whatever the fuck that means. So I'm gonna put it at a 2. We're gonna put some margarine in the pan first. The devil's butter. And we're gonna take our garlic. Put it in there too. This is gonna take a little while to heat up, but pasta in. Okay. Grab some tongs here. Okay, that should be good to go. Actually, what I'm forgetting is a little bit of olive oil. That helps it to just not stick.
And gives it flavor, actually.
Andrew said in the first video, having a clean workstation is the key to success in the kitchen. Do you need ingredients? No. Do you need skill? No. Do you need a clean workspace? Yes.
Honestly, I've done some of my best work with no ingredients and just a clean workspace.
I've done literally my best work.
I mean, it's by best work, I mean ordered something from Skip the Dishes instead of making a mess in the kitchen.
But hell, that workstation was fucking clean. We are just, for no particular reason, actually, we're just gonna kind of fiddle with our garlic here. It's very important to fiddle with things in a pan. It needs to know that you're still there. I still care about you, baby. Okay, our garlic should be pretty good to go, and I'm just gonna dump all this in at the same time, let it go for 7, 8 minutes. Alrighty, onions. Should be good. And then once again, we just play the waiting game. This time, the meal is definitely not vegan. Alright, so our veggies have been cooking for a couple minutes now, like 7 or 8 minutes. We're going to toss the ground beef in, mix that around, let that cook for another 5 or 6 minutes until the ground beef is brown. Just let that cook for a little while. Check our pasta out. A little bit tough. It's actually too bad, kind of. Like I mentioned in the last episode, my girlfriend, her family has a ranch. So last little while they've been giving me like homemade ground beef, and it's just been like next level good. I'm not using that today, so it's kind of shitty, but. All right, now I think the pasta's good to go. So let's grab a strainer and we'll strain out our pasta, throw a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, a little bit of salt, and then we'll be good for our pasta. And strain our pasta. Alrighty, that is good to go. Gonna throw a little bit of olive oil on it, a little bit of margarine. Just a bit. Too much. Just a little bit of margarine, and just salt it a little bit. Spoon, there you are. Should be good for the noodles. And I think we are ready, probably ready to season our little mixture here. Okay, so we will start with some salt, some pepper, a little bit of garlic powder. A little bit, I should say, quite a bit. I like garlic powder a lot. Okay, a bit of onion powder. An ingredient I've fallen in love with lately, cayenne pepper. A little bit of cayenne pepper makes almost everything fucking better. Like it's just that little bit of spiciness. I love it. And I'm not a big fan of spicy stuff, but man, a little bit of cayenne pepper just helps.
I'm not some weird, milky, ricey, watery goop that you feed to infants and old people, okay? Maybe I would be if you added some cayenne pepper.
So much. And we will just mix around a little bit. And then we'll add our marinara sauce. Alright, marinara sauce time. So as I said before, I fucking hate people who overuse marinara sauce. You're scum. Don't do it. more, but we'll have a look at it here first. And that will just give it that little bit of tomato flavoring, but won't fucking get rid of everything else. And once again, we'll probably just leave that on heat for another minute or 2 minutes. Just let it simmer. And then we'll be ready to plate. All right, we're ready to plate. Luckily, I do not have a meat fork, which is really nice for pasta. Just get like a nice swirly swirl. But I'm just gonna try it with some tongs here. Do the best job I can. Not too bad. I don't know, I have some more pasta here, so I might as well use it. Our meat's all done, our spaghetti's all on our plate, so let's get a little bit of this sauce on here. This one. Okay. Final piece, a little bit of Parmesan. Great on every single pasta dish ever. Works. So yes, pasta alla Francesco, easy to make, one of my favorite meals. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment. If you have any suggestions as to what we should make next time, please leave it in the comments below. Yeah, thanks very much for watching again, and have a good day, night, morning, whenever the fuck you're watching this. I don't give a fuck. No, I love you. You know I love you. I do. Okay, see you guys.